Can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi.
But I think let's start with how we got connected. So we have an interesting history because you were contacted by my national director to provide a gown for Miss Universe, but you didn't know which contestant the gown was for. Is that right?
No, but I know that you will be wearing my gown, but I really don't know your body type. Because if I really have met you before the competition, I would have changed your gown
Right.
so that I can do a perfect corseted gown for you.
I know my audience is pretty familiar with like my Miss Universe experience and everything. So is kind of what we want to do is just talk about how this all went down and what happened, because I would say most people know that you're an amazing designer. You have amazing designs worn by some incredible women. It just, the way it played out was super unfortunate. Like, we never got to meet. You and I never met. You
Yeah.
didn't take my measurements. So basically you sent a gown and we're hoping it would fit. I was hoping it would fit, but I didn't really know. And I didn't even know that it was you who designed it. So people told me, so for anyone who, I mean, you guys probably don't know this, but I thought, because I was told that it was a different designer, and people told me that the designer had passed away. I made a post and I was like, you know, so sad to know that the designer passed away who made my Miss Universe gown. And then you messaged me and you're like, nope, I'm very much alive.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how we got connected, because I actually didn't even know that you were the designer.
Yeah.
So then we were in contact after that because you messaged me saying, hi, I'm alive. I'm here.
Because if I had the chance only, even if for 5 minutes, I can really change it because I
Right.
can see. Because it's your battle, and it's like I don't want to ruin it. I'm
Right.
so sorry for that.
No, don't. Oh my God, no, don't apologize. And so I guess if we would have had the opportunity to meet and we could have planned something like an amazing dress that we could have done together, what could you envision me in now that you know me? Because we know each other now. We met when we were in Atlanta at Miss Universe 2019, finally, after all this time. So was there anything that you would have envisioned for me and like my body type in particular?
Yeah, if that's the case, I could have made a corset, sweetheart top dress.
Okay.
Corseted to accentuate your waistline, and then I can put a slit so that it will your legs will be like slimmer looking.
So it would just better accent and accentuate like my body type.
And not too big for the skirt. It's like a trumpet.
But then you also were the designer of my wedding gown, which people absolutely loved.
Yeah.
And
I
so
could have designed like that. Yeah, unlike Marta, before the competition, I made because I knew her from the start from the very start, like for Miss Universe Canada, and then when she won, I made 6 dresses for
oh my
her.
God,
Yeah, new dresses for
6
her to
gowns.
choose. Yeah, because I don't want to uh, to repeat again what had happened to you and to Lauren.
Right. And for Lauren, what happened with Lauren? Because I know she had one of your dresses for sure, and this is Lauren is Miss Universe Canada 2017.
Yeah, I think it didn't fit because we didn't have fitting backside of the dress. But during her shoot, when she went back to Canada,
Yeah.
she told me that she should have worn my dress and it should have, I think, different result.
Right. At Miss
The
Universe.
competition.
Yeah.
Because she really loved, I think she really loved my dress.
Yeah. Was it a light blue one?
It's a silver.
A silver, okay, yeah, and that would have looked amazing. I mean, she looked amazing regardless, but I think that some of the girls, I think, feel pressure as well to wear, I think the one she wore was Sherry Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think sometimes the girls feel pressure because Sherry Hill, of course, is a sponsor, so who knows? And, like, I always want girls to know that ultimately it doesn't matter, like, who designed the gown in the sense of, like, don't wear a gown if you think it's, like, the sponsor. Wear what
As long as you're happy with it.
Exactly. If you're comfortable, confident, and happy, that's the most important thing. So then for Marta, Miss Universe Canada 2018, you specifically made her certain gowns and you got to measure her and everything as well.
We had a fitting before the competition starts. We went there in Thailand and meet Martha on November. Arrival is December 8th, I think. But
Okay.
we went there prior to the date of the arrival. I had 6 gowns for her, I
Oh
think,
my God.
new gowns for her, and then she fitted it. And then we went back home here in the Philippines, and then to alter the different gowns with, and then after that we went back to Thailand. I think there are pictures are roaming around with, which is the gold one. Were during the after party before she went back to Canada. Yeah, that's the one I made for her.
There was a Miss Universe contestant this past year who wore one of your dresses.
Which is Cambodia.
Yeah, and it was amazing. It was so, because it was, would you say it was like a lime green kind?
Yeah, it's a lime green color because she don't have waist, so I put spangles on her waist because I
Yeah,
met her here in the Philippines before we go to Georgia.
right. Wow.
Also with Miss, also with Miss Cambodia, 2019, I think. Renat,
Yeah.
batchmate of Martha. I made her
Oh,
evening gown also, the red one.
really? Okay, amazing. That's so cool. I think it looked absolutely exquisite on her. She looked incredible. But you didn't do any gowns for Alyssa Boston this year, right?
I Dennis asked me also to give her a gown, and
Yeah.
I gave her like a violet, ultraviolet
Okay.
gown, and then she fitted it, and then I think Dennis told me that she'll gonna wear it, but it didn't happen again.
Oh my God. I don't want to have this video be too, focused on
Yeah,
the drama. I
that's
want
why
it
I
to
really that's why I really love Cambodia, because if the national director said that she'll gonna wear it and she will gonna wear it, it's really expensive to go and to support the other candidates with I with not every it's very hard to support a candidate, and then you will have to uh, finance everything.
And then what would be difficult as well is, say if they told you, like if any national director told you that they may wear the gown, I mean, that's one thing. But if you believe they're going to wear the gown and then they don't wear the gown, that's like a whole
Yeah,
other thing, right? Especially when you're flying to and from Thailand.
yeah,
That's so crazy. My God. And like the thing too, like I think people don't realize is that's an expense for you. Like the
yeah.
organization isn't paying
To
you,
go,
right? You
yeah,
pay,
to go back and forth to Thailand to just
you right.
to bring the dresses.
Right. So not only is it your design, you're also paying for the supplies to create the gown,
Yeah,
paying for the flights, all that stuff. So it's an expense for you.
yeah. Without anything in return, I just
Right.
it's I think it's maybe unfair on my part.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's very much unfair for you. Absolutely. And especially because you're putting in so much hard work and so much effort and everything else.
Yeah, because I know that I'm just a small name here in my country, not like the other designers, which Filipino designers like Michael Cinco, like that,
Mhm.
has a big name in the international scene. National director should have told me that because I supported like Martha from the very start after
Yeah.
she won.
I think the one thing that's in the pageant world that maybe a lot of people don't know is what we're talking about right now, and that's a lack of transparency. All we want is people to be honest and open. And I don't know if
Yeah,
you've seen any of my videos talking about my experience as Miss Canada, but I was always kind of like left in the dark, if you will. Like I never
yeah,
knew what was happening. And say even if I could go back, I would be here in Canada. But if I would have known you or like, known anything about you and that you were creating gowns, whatever, I would have reached out to you and we could have gone back and forth with like our visions, our ideas, and all of that. But a lot of times the delegates, at least, in the Canada position, we're basically just told like everything will be ready, everything will be fine, everything like
yeah,
don't worry. And then we show up. Like for me, I showed up to the Philippines and I didn't have a single gown
yeah,
and I'm supposed to be competing at Miss Universe, And
yeah,
so it there's like it was such a roller coaster because then people, of course, I've had people say to me like, well, it was your fault. You should have taken it upon yourself to like find a dress, find a designer. And it's like, yes, but I was told for months and months that everything would be handled, everything would be fine, and all of that. And so I don't know if you know this, but my national costume, I said that I was going to have a Canadian make it because it's like national costume. And it was like I had to basically just do it all behind the scenes by myself because it was not, Dennis told me he didn't want me to do that. It's so sad for the contestants sometimes because you don't want to disobey, the director because you're like, okay, they could threaten to not send me to this pageant. There's so much behind the scenes, I think, that people don't realize, as you know as well, that you put in all this hard work and you think that you're going to see your dress and then all of a sudden the contestant's wearing a different dress. And it's just, what advice would you have for yourself, like going forward, or for any other designers who might be watching and wanting to learn from you? Like, what advice would you have specifically for like the pageant world being a designer?
For me, if you noticed, because I really don't want to repeat what that happened to you and to Lauren, so I made like several options for
Right.
Marta. I don't want to like have crazy surprises again for
Yeah.
that year. Yeah, and then because I want to have a definite spot on that. Yeah,
Right.
because I don't want to move like in uncertainty.
Do you still think you'll make gowns for Miss Universe contestants, or do you feel like you're not sure anymore, or you'll make people pay for them? Like, what do you feel like your kind of going forward plan is?
Yeah, I will definitely make gowns for the I think for the other Miss Universe contestants, but I think for Canada for this year or maybe
Yeah.
for the next years I will have to rest my position to
Yeah.
designing a dress. But if your national, I'm not closing doors, but if the director will assure me that the gown that I will make for your kit will be worn even if just for like a prelim or for the finals or
Yeah.
for the gala, it's okay. I can do
Yeah.
it. Will definitely support Canada because that's my first country for Miss Universe.
That's awesome.
Thailand and Canada are my first country for Miss Universe.
That's amazing. A lot of girls who compete for different national competitions who watch some of my videos. There's some girls competing for Miss Universe Canada. If any of those girls want a gown made by you for the national competition, like that they could buy, like they could pay you to make it, design it, ship it, whatever, is that possible? Like, can girls get you to make a gown for them?
Yeah, I have no worries in sending my gowns to custom made gowns for my international clients because I am used to shipping the gowns to my clients without seeing them.
Right. So that's what you
As
do.
long as we have, as long as we have a consistent video chat. It's okay.
Exactly. Yeah. And they've paid you and everything else.
Yeah.
And so overall, you make some incredible gowns. Is that your like biggest clientele is women who are wanting to wear gowns, or what do you feel like you make the most of? What do you sell the most of?
At first, here in the Philippines, I'm a wedding designer,
Wow.
but I think my calling is in pageants and
It
in
is, yeah.
fashion shows. So,
Yeah. What are some of your biggest goals with like your designs and with your business and everything?
my biggest goal is to be known also in the international scene.
So where can people find you? Like I'll definitely put your Instagram, your website. Do people shop your things on your website? Is that the best place?
Uh, on Instagram.
And people shop right on Instagram.
Yeah.
Sweet. That's awesome.
I have my email address there, and
Yeah.
then most of my clients are contacting me through email and Instagram.
Okay, perfect. And then in the last few years, like since your greater involvement in Miss Universe and the pageant world in general, have you noticed an increase in like people who want your designs, who contact you and all of that?
Yeah.
Good. That's amazing. Okay, well, let's end on a positive note.
Yeah.
And if there are any women who are looking to have a dress custom made by you, they can find you on Instagram. And so say if this was me getting ready to compete for Miss Universe Canada, I'd be able to pay you a deposit, have you design my gown, like that would be possible.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah. No problem.
So I hope we'll see more women wearing your gowns at the national competitions because obviously it's a weird year for Miss Universe for the national competitions, but I think they have to happen eventually. Like Miss Universe Canada is supposed to happen end of October.
Hi.
Remember?
How are you? You're still awake.
Yeah, yep. She'll be late. She's up very late. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me.
This is what we're making here.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. I think I saw these on Instagram.
Yeah, with filter. Yeah.
That's
But I
awesome.
will make a new design for you.
That's awesome. You're very smart to do that. That's amazing. I love it. Okay, well, thank you so much. I'm going
Yeah,
to.
thank you so much for your time. Maybe next year we will see each other in Canada.
Yeah,
Not this
that'd be
year.
awesome.